Here we have Mutalith versus Unleashed. Skaven versus the Warriors of Chaos. Let's do it. Claw, as per usual. I'll need to load it in the game to actually see his spells and loadout, but it's funny that in Game 2 he was considered a meme, and now in Game 3 he is probably... yeah, he is the most common legendary lord. I use Warlock Master more personally myself, and I use Grey Seers more, but as far as legendary lords go, Icket's pretty common. Claw, Flensing Ruin as his only spell with unlimited power and Brass Orbis abilities. He has a Chieftain and a Packmaster to provide a little bit of healing for that Chieftain. We have 3 Rat Ogres, 3 Poison Wind Globes, 1 Natty Boobo's Sharpshooter. Ooh, it's 4 Rat Ogres actually. And a bunch of Skaven Slave Spears, some Clan Rats mixed in there. Pretty straightforward Skaven build. The other side, for the Warriors of Chaos, we have 2 Chaos Knights of Slaanesh. They offer devastating flanker bonuses, plus that ITP and physical resistance. Some Chaos Warhounds in the distance as well. 1 Feral Manticore, a Mutalith Vortex Beast, Festus the Leech Lord. And then we have a whole bunch of Marauders and Chaos Warriors. Cool. Chaos Knights charging into those Skaven Slaves. They do not have charge reflection, and they weren't braced regardless, so they are just entirely toast. Might even shatter, it looks like, which is kind of crazy. And the Dogs and Chaos Knights, also committing these Poison Wind Globes, take a bit of a volley on the advance, but not too much damage. There. But yeah, what does Festus have for spells? He has Rance of Visitations, Fleshy Abundance, and Stream of Corruption. Okay. If the Chaos player, I know Ra watches the channel a bit, if you want any advice at all, so in general, if you take Fleshy Abundance, that's going to eat up most of your Winds of Magic. If you take Rance of Visitation, it's going to eat up most of your Winds of Magic, and then you have a cheap spell like Stream of Corruption. At most, you would want Stream of Corruption in one of these two, but the odds you're going to get enough casts out of both of these to be worth paying for both of them. You probably need like 2 casts per, which is just not an amount of Wind of Magic you're going to get ever. So probably cut one of them. Versus Skaven, and if you have Festus, I would probably cut Fleshy Abundance and focus more on the Rance of Visitations for the enemy Lord Snipe, rather than Fleshy Abundance for healing yourself, because you have your healing elixirs, which helps you a little bit more with that. But, yeah. One or the other would be my opinion. Alright, Warhounds getting routed off already. 1 Poison Globe is also routing, while the Chaos Knights of Slaanesh are in a really bad spot with 3 single entities and the Rat Ogres just beating the shit out of them right now. That is not going great at all. Meanwhile, in the backfield, more dogs committed to try and fight those Natty Boobo Sharpshooters, take them down. So many Clan Rats, though, stopping up that motion a little bit. And the Manticore in the distance is also surrounded by Spears and Rat Ogres. He's having a bad time, so rough start here for Chaos, though the balance of power is slightly in their favor. I actually do disagree about that. Rat Ogres trying to get back to the fight, get downhill charged by the Chaos Knights, but don't take, like, any damage from it. Where did the healthier Chaos Knight go? Where did they go? Oh, there they are. Fighting another globe. Which, the globe that previously routed is back and throwing at those Chaos Knights, so they're having a pretty bad time. Festus is on the front line fight, and the Mutalith Vortex Beast shows up just to make sure this backline fight goes a little bit better, as the dogs were failing in their task to fully push away Natty Boobos. Flensing Ruin is going to hit Festus, and it is overcast, so he'll need his healing elixirs popped if he wants to have any chance of surviving that encounter, especially with the Chieftain as well. Chaos Knights of Slaanesh, we saw them pretty healthy just a moment ago. They have been drained down by the Rat Ogres and the Chieftain and the Poison Wind Globes. And I am super worried for Chaos at the moment. Chieftain on his Bonebreaker is also beating up Festus. Did I say Chieftain over there? It was the Packmaster. My bad. Anyway, Chieftain is beating up Festus, plus that Rancid Visit. Flensing Ruin, Overcast. Good lord. Riding the struggle bus here today. So Festus not having a good time. Not at all. He now switches over to his healing elixirs. Hopefully that will save him. And Marauders getting a little bunched up on the front line, do need to spread out some more and offer more harassment. Now, what is going well for Chaos in its extremely limited capacity is, I think all of the weapons teams are routing at the moment, and if they come back, it'll be in very depleted numbers. Mutalith Vortex Beast is trying to bail out Festus, who his healing elixirs right now will be helping him while he routes. Mutalith Vortex Beast gonna try and keep on Claw, keep him a little bit honest. If he is gonna chase Festus off, he will take a lot of damage for his efforts. And his Doomwheel mount is being a Doomwheel mount, hardly ever hitting foot characters in melee combat, so He kind of needs to wait for another Cleansing Ruin before he can actually do any meaningful damage to Festus at all. Dogs are back from their initial route, and these dogs in particular can chase off all of those globes and such, which is great for them. Festus is back, still healing up, and a chieftain sees him coming over for the Leech Lord. And a Fleshy Abundance is getting cast. Does it complete? Yes, it does, but Festus is going to route yet again. Mutalith Vortex Beast still offering that bodyguard service, keeping him safe while he routes and heals. Packmaster and Rat Ogres fighting a whole bunch of Chaos Warriors. That is not their forte. They will need some help soon. Skaven have lost all their range tools. It's official. I don't see any left on the map in any capacity except for the Natty Booba Sharpshooters who are currently being eaten by dogs. So for Chaos, you have a couple Chaos Warriors, Festus, and the Mutalith Vortex Beast. For Skaven, you have a lot of Rat Ogres, and then your 3 single entities. But the Chieftain has seen better days. Rants of Visitations was taxing him down, yeah. That's a really good spell versus Skaven. He can technically get healing from the Packmaster if he hangs out next to him from running with the pack, but that'll take a long time to heal up the Chieftain. Running with the pack is kind of nice, but it's not, like, crucial. It doesn't heal that crazy much, especially on single entities. So Festus still hanging out next to the Mutalith Vortex Beast. A very funny Brass Orb cast from Ikit Claw. Bit of a whoopsie there. You probably want it wherever the Chaos Warriors are, like those ones or something. And for now, the Skaven are just routing off the infantry that they can. Chaos Knights of Slaanesh came back from the side of the map, and they're so injured, I did not think they would fare well at all into all these Rat Ogres, but they seem to be doing okay. Mutalith Vortex Beast still chasing around the Chieftain. Ikit Claw is going to go take his chances with Festus now. The Mutalith Vortex Beast swings through Festus, hitting Ikit. Now Ikit's running once more. Marauders, the Mutalith Vortex Beast, and Festus all healing up together. And now time is in Chaos's favor. If they can stall, they can keep healing. Though I suppose if Ikit gets another Overcast Cleansing Ruin onto Festus, Festus is dead, so Skaven also just need a little bit more time for more Winds of Magic. Yeah, I'd still say overall time favors Chaos. Here comes that Cleansing Ruin. It is not Overcast, so it won't do nearly as much damage, but still will do some, and I think they are noticing that Festus has one route left, and then he shatters. So if you can just route him real quick, you can get rid of that healing, get rid of that caster once and for all. You don't even have to worry about chasing him down. But a Rancid Visitations on his deathbed, Festus throws it out against Ikit Claw, doing really good damage versus him, and again, of course he can't regenerate it at all, even if he's next to the Packmaster. He's not a boulder monster. Festus is hanging on for now. He gets charged by Ikit from the other side. He will tear a route, but this out not just yet. Packmaster and the Chieftain fighting the Mutalith Vortex Beast, who is taking a lot of damage, surrounded by those Rat Ogres. The terror out for Festus. Now, he went negative 19 for a bit, but he's back to positive 6. Still trying to heal up, desperately staying alive as Ikit continues to push him around, Doom Wheels being Doom Wheels and not doing any damage whatsoever. In the distance, some brave Rat Ogres continue to fight Chaos Warriors to hold them back from the key fight. Need to keep that infantry support away. The last Brass Orb from Ikit Claw is going to hit 2 Chaos Warriors at the same time, so that is very nice. And Festus is getting pushed further and further and further along by Ikit Claw. Meanwhile, the Mutalith Vortex Beast is fighting for his life. Packmaster is healing capped pretty much. Rat Ogres terror routing away from the Mutalith Vortex Beast, and the Mutalith Vortex Beast is taking his day out on the poor Packmaster. Ikit continues to push Festus around. This is the jank of 4.0, patch 4.0, plus Doom Wheels being bad for as long as anyone can remember. And Ikit with his little ammunition blaster thing doing more damage to Festus than he could ever hope in melee. All of Skavendom is routing away from the Mutalith Vortex Beast, but Ikit finally accomplished his mission and managed to shatter Festus. And the Vortex Beast is coming back. Skaven are going to rally and try again. There's some free-picking Marauders, and at this point, the Skaven want the game to go longer. They need any Winds of Magic they can gather for more Cleansing Ruins, like that one, but they also want the Rat Ogres to fight next to the Packmaster, fight these Marauders, chase them off the map or something, and get that free regeneration. Now that Festus is gone, you're not worried about healing anymore. Quick Cleansing Ruin onto the Mutalith Vortex Beast. Rat Ogres trying to offer a bit of a buffer. for Ikit Claw so Ikit can get away. Ikit runs into his own Packmaster. They get in each other's way. Packmaster will rejoin the fight soon as they grind past each other. Well, that was janky as hell. Chieftain also gonna walk past Ikit, but that one went much more smoothly. And all three single entities trying to team up on the Mutalith Vortex Beast while these Marauders get routed off by Rat Ogres and Clan Rats. But the basic Rat Ogres on the high ground have Terror routed away. The three single entities not looking so hot. Packmaster near his heal cap, very low, fighting back against that Mutalith Vortex Beast. And where are the Chaos Warriors? They're coming up the hill now, doing their best to join the fight. Chieftain Terror routes. Ikit Claw takes a lot of damage. He's not routing yet, he's just running away. The Rat Ogres route, Skaven are down to the balance of power yet again as Rat Ogres plow into the Chaos Warriors, trying to beat those guys down by a little bit of time. We're seeing models drop, we're seeing people fall. Packmaster stays in the fight for now. Chieftain's coming back, Ikit's back, all the single entities are here to fight the Mutalith Vortex Beast. The Chaos Warriors cut through the Rat Ogres. They're coming up that hill, they can't be stopped. Ikit is gone, but so is the Mutalith Vortex Beast. It's routing. The Packmaster's after it, the Chieftain is after the Chaos Warriors. He dives straight into them. He will soon be surrounded by those heavily armored warriors, but someone had to bite the bullet. Ikit is still trying to rally. The Chieftain is pushing through all these Chaos Warriors. He's fighting to the last man. He doesn't give up. He doesn't give up for shit, but then he gives up, literally, as soon as I say that. Rat Ogres with a downhill charge. Packmaster still chasing out the Mutalith Vortex Beast. He is getting drained by it while he is chasing. Rat Ogres get flank charged by the Chaos Warriors. The Mutalith Vortex Beast is killed, pulled into its portal. Now it is only the Packmaster versus 125 angry Chaos Warriors. They're charging downhill, he's charging uphill, but he's the only active member of the Skaven army, so he does have to attack in some form. He pops Shock Collar to give himself more stats. More leadership, more melee attack. He shatters off a Chaos Warrior. Now there's just this 78 model Chaos Warrior left. There must be something in the distance also. Oh, there's that routing Marauder that no one cares about. Packmaster continues to fight. He's barely kept... Actually, like, all of his leadership is coming from the Shock Collar right now. And the Chieftain with the rear charge. How much damage does it do? A lot. These guys are not ITP. They do Terror out and Clan Mange. Holds it down. Was Ikit still on the field? Yeah, he was. Okay. Because he wasn't going to come back, but I was wondering if he goes off the field entirely, like wherever the white line was, Packmaster probably routes and then Skaven lose. But that was a very, very close game. Damn. Damn, son. $3,200 value even on Ikit, $1,200 on the Chieftain, $1,300 on the Packmaster. Poison Globes, two of them just about paid for themselves, and one did not come close. Natty Boobos struggled a bit to get their value out. Rat Ogres did pretty darn well. Clan Rats and Skaven Slaves did okay. On the other side, Festus, not a ton of value, but a lot of support. Mutalith Vortex Beast with 4,900 value is pretty crazy. Chaos Knights of Slaanesh did okay, not amazing. Chaos Warriors did fine. Marauders did fine. Dogs, overall, did well-ish. GG. Roar. Subscribe, yes, yes.